This is Brian, and welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Super Mario Bros. 2. Should be the last part today, because I think this is the last level. Now, whether or not this is a long level before the boss fight, I don't remember. Yeah. I don't know if that means I can jump up there. That's too high for my charge jump, so we'll just go in here, first of all, I guess. It'd be harder without the princess, that's for sure. Now, I can go down here. Let's see. I could take these guys out with these things, I guess. If I wait for them to come around. Or we can go past them and get them off screen like that. Oh boy. That's a bunch of them. Okay. Well, I don't need the heart, but I'd prefer to have a mushroom. Let's check in here. Okay, give me a mushroom. Not a mushroom. Okay, there is potentially one in here. Okay, I can get it. Yeah, I guess there's no point in getting coins anymore at this point, because I don't think we'll have another opportunity to get a bonus game. Just because I can afford to take more hits doesn't mean I should. Is that ever gonna come to where I can actually pick it up? God damn. That'll probably run out before I get to the point up here where I could actually use it. Yep. Okay. I guess we just gotta run through at the right time. Enough? Okay, well the red guy will keep walking. Kinda hoping he'd fall down the gap, but either way. Okay. I don't know if that's what I needed to do there, but it kind of seemed like it. Okay. At least there's a ledge here that's not moving for now. I'll just wait till this guy's going the other way. I don't even know if this is the right way. I think there were other branches that I could have taken. Okay. Damn it. This conveyor belt kind of makes this one a little more interesting. Wonder if it's possible that I could just bypass Birdo. Okay. And I hope I don't come too far back that I'm... Yeah, first of all, that seems to be a pretty easy way to get some hits in there. Yeah, I hope I'm not going too far back here to where it resets. Oh, alright. And we got the boss music. I think... We're going up here. Okay, well I got a locked door there. And there's another door. Well, we gotta have to fight Birdo for it, it looks like. And there's that guy that's gonna come after me. Now, I was small. Maybe it'll be better. Do I get to start right back here? If I'm big, it should help. Yeah. Okay. One. Yeah, the conveyor belts really added a bit of shit into here. Okay. Okay, yep. Take those guys out with the key. Plus that way that guy doesn't come after me as quickly. Alright. I think what happens here... I don't think I could set this up, but... It looks like one of these things where you're gonna pick this up and the guy's gonna open up, let you in, but it's actually not that way for this one. Hey, that hit him though, at least. Yeah, you actually gotta fight this thing. Okay. Whew. Good enough. I think we're up to the final boss here. Yep, this is Wart, the big frog. His bubbles will kill these things, and they'll hurt you if they hit you. But you just have to try to catch these that are falling out of coming out of these pipes, while trying to avoid his bubbles. Alright, finally got a hold of one. Damn it, a little too soon. Yeah, he's the son of a gun. Damn it. Very timing and pattern-based boss fight. That was a little too high. Well, I got one more life here without having to continue, so at least I'll start here big now. Yeah, if he is already shooting bubbles too, that doesn't work very well. Okay. Seems to stay too close for it to hit very well. Well, I did hit him. I didn't think it would, but take it. Okay, back up, back up. There we go. Okay. Still looking good. Probably gonna take more than 3 hits to get him anyway, though. Yeah. Ah, shit. I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess. Okay. That was 3, I think. A little too early. Hey. Oh, nope. It was kind of blinking quite a while there. I thought maybe that was going to be it. I hope they wouldn't do a thing where it's like you got to get them in such a quick succession or something. I don't think so. But would never be too surprised. Thought that one might hit me. Come on. Okay, that's gotta be it. Yeah, there we go. Wart has croaked. Take the cork out. I guess those aren't bad guys. They kind of look like some of the enemies from the game. Yeah. Contributor. Princess. So yeah, Toad didn't beat any levels, and Mario and Luigi each got 1. And there goes Wart, carrying his corpse across the screen, right? Into the incinerator, maybe? But yes, there's the reveal. It's all a dream. Mario's just dreaming. Hell of an acid trip, man. I guess in the world he lives in, maybe it's not too far-fetched. He wakes up for a second, thinking, what the hell did I eat last night? Cast, Mario, Luigi, Princess. So yeah, it doesn't say Daisy or Peach, it just says Princess. Toad. Shy Guy. Sniffit. Yeah, I knew some of these guys' names, but not all of them. Ninja. Izo. Porcupo. Tweeter. Kabam. Kinda looks like Kirby with white though. Hoopstar. Crowder. Fidget. It's a guy on the magic carpet. Panzer. Flurry. Okay, those are the guys on the ice. Albatos. Phanto. Park. Subcon. Pokey. Birdo. Oh. Oh. Ostro. You know, I always thought that Birdo was... No, I think Birdo is actually the guy. I think they messed up those names, if I remember right. So yeah, Autobomb, Cobrat, Bowser, Fry Guy, Loglip. I forgot that. I didn't remember that guy's name either. Triclide, yeah. Thought somebody put that in the comments. I knew that one. And Wart, who also appears in Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I'm sure he's been in other stuff too, but... The end. Now, is it going to do anything else, or... Gonna hit a few buttons just to see if it, like, takes me back to the main menu or something? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and give a quick review here. That's what I usually do at the end of these games. I just give a short review with some of my positive takeaways and some of the negative aspects that I thought maybe they could have done better or that I just didn't like. Overall, this is still a good game. It certainly doesn't rank up there as far as one of my favorite Marios, but it's not the worst one either, certainly. So far as the positive points, I do appreciate it. They don't always hit, but I do appreciate when the games companies try to do something a little different, even in popular series. Like, I know this wasn't... Mario hadn't been too far into the series yet, but they changed it up and just made this a completely different type of Mario game. It's still side-scrolling, still platforming and all that, but a lot of different types of enemies and just different game mechanics. So I appreciate that when they try it. I'd overall probably still prefer like Mario 3 and that type of Mario playstyle, but it wasn't bad either. It's just preferentially. I liked the way that they made your mushrooms just add to your health bar basically in this game. Almost makes it like a heart container in a Zelda game in that respect. So it was different, but it could help in some of the levels. Like if you got 2 of the mushrooms, then you could afford to take 4 hits before you died. But if you never found the mushrooms, well, 2 hits and you're dead. But that's kind of how most Marios have been anyway. You get a power-up, and once you lose that, 1 more hit and you're dead. Now, the next thing is I thought they did a pretty good job with the bosses and making them a little bit of variety, and there weren't that many bosses, but just kind of changing it up and making you have slightly different strategies for beating them. Like with that last Triclide, giving you the mushrooms to be able to basically build a barrier to defeat him. I like that. Different Birdos, you had to use different tactics to get past them, because some of them didn't even shoot eggs, so you couldn't use those to destroy them. So for the limited amount of different bosses and enemies they had, I liked the way they did that. They did a pretty good job. Next, we had the different characters and the way they play slightly differently. So that's different than a lot of the other Mario games I'm familiar with. Because like even if you had 2-player, you usually had Mario and Luigi, but they were just the same. Just one was red and one was green. But they played exactly the same. So in this one, you have 4 playable characters, and they all bring something slightly different. So I do appreciate that, but I did stick with the princess for the most part, just because, well, I know it's been said that she's like, it's like putting it on easy difficulty, and well, not that great at these type of games anyway, and I'm not that familiar with this one, so I thought I'd take advantage of that and just get through it more quickly and less painfully. The last thing I wanted to talk about for positives was with 20 levels and with the length of the levels, I thought that was a pretty good length overall for a type of game like this, especially for the time when it came out. Like Mario Land 1 for the Game Boy, now that one was just way too short. Now granted, could have they put more into it and made it longer, and would have I still been fine with that? Yeah, probably, but it was about time to be done with it, I think. We've put enough time into it, and it just felt right. The levels weren't too long, but they weren't too short. So overall, just really good. Difficulty wasn't terrible, especially when I used the princess. Otherwise, it's about on par with most Mario games, I suppose, as far as difficulty. Now, to get to some points that I didn't like the best, or some like criticisms I had. One was that, yeah, you get 5 cherries and that unlocks a star for your star power, but the way it floated up from the bottom of the screen, and as slowly as it came up, and depending on where you're at and what kind of room, you might not even be able to get to it. I didn't really like that. Felt like they could have done that better. Like, there were a couple of those areas where I wanted to get the star and I got the cherry, but there's so many enemies around that didn't even have time to get the star before I got killed off, or else I had to just run away and leave it behind anyway. Another thing was that I don't feel like they put a lot of, maybe it was just because I'm not familiar enough with the game, but I felt like they could have put more extra lives available at some points. Like, I know you could find them in levels, I did a few, but otherwise your only way of getting them was with that bonus game at the end, and I got it a few times, and maybe if I kept playing through with the tips I got from people, maybe I could have done better at that, but it didn't seem like it was the best way to try to get extra lives. And I suppose an answer to that would just be, well, just get better at the game, and you won't need the extra lives because you won't die. Yeah. Either way. Another criticism I had was that in a playthrough like this, unless you're playing through it multiple times and putting more time into it and getting used to the game, on just a one-time playthrough, it's hard to get used to how each character works, I think, because maybe it's just the way I play, but I get used to the way one of them plays, so as far as jump, length, and just different abilities, so it's hard to try them all out and to be able to get good at using all of them. That's mostly why I just kind of stuck with the princess after the levels started getting harder, because if I was going to try out the other characters, the earlier levels would have been the place to do it, because, well, it didn't really require as much skill or anything to get through them. The last thing is with getting your mushroom power-ups. The first part, when you got that magic potion or whatever that opened the door to the dark side, it was usually you could just drop it where you found it and you'd be able to find the mushroom, but later on, that really wasn't the case very often. I felt like it was kind of hard to judge where you would need to drop it to get them, so unless you had just played through the game a bunch of times and just goes trial and error, or unless you were following a guide, I don't know how you get all those mushrooms. But then again, you don't need them to beat the game, so there's that. Overall, still a good game. I still had fun playing through it, and I hope everybody enjoyed watching it. As far as what I'm going to do next in this time slot, I think I'm going to pivot back to Mega Man again. So we'll just pick up with Mega Man 4. Not as familiar with that one because I didn't have it growing up like I did with 3 and then later 2. So, not completely blind. I've played a little bit of it and I've seen playthroughs, but I've never actually beat it, I'm pretty sure. So, we'll try it out though, and we'll see how we do. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow, and we'll catch you next time.